How do I make fresh milled homemade bread in 60 seconds? No, I'm not making this up. You can make homemade bread, fresh milled bread in an easy way. And if you are new to fresh milling and you are so overwhelmed or you're super busy and you're like, how in the world am I going to make homemade bread for my family or for myself when I just don't have the time? And this whole milling thing and kneading and shaping is just beyond like, who can do that? Let me tell you, I'm going to show you how to do it because I was right where you were and I heard about fresh milling and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a superfood. Like the vitamins, the minerals, the nutrients that are missing that we need to be healthy, and also the taste, the flavor, which is so delicious. And also it solves the problem of like if you have picky eaters like myself and you like go to the dinner table and every day you're like, oh my goodness, will this ever end? Like it's annoying. But if I have a piece of fresh milled bread, or for breakfast, if I give them muffins, fresh milled, like no complaints. They're actually excited to come to the table now. And they have all the benefits. Their stomach is full because of all the fiber in the bread and nothing's been stripped away. Like it contains all the good stuff, all the vitamins, all the minerals. It's actually got all the vitamins and minerals you need, except for a few, like I believe it's vitamin D and vitamin C. And maybe there's like one more, and you can get that from the sunlight. You can get that from citrus fruits, and then from meat. So it's like really just such a complete nutrition. And I will say, I'm going to be doing a video about this, about how it has just fresh milling. That's the only thing we change, has completely changed the life of my family. Like I used to be like, when it was back to school time and my kids were going back to school, I was like this, oh God, here come the germs. Like, please don't touch anything, wash your hands. And it just didn't even matter because they would get sick all the time. And this changed my life. So back to the important question, Ashley, how can you make fresh milled bread in under 60 minutes? Well, the first thing, non-negotiable, you have to grind your wheat berries. That takes 60 seconds or less. I've got an electric mill. The electric mill is the fastest mill. So if you are like, I got to get things done, I'm fast, I got this for that reason. Also, another big reason, it is self-cleaning. So I don't have to clean this mill. Like it self-cleans itself. I mean, oh my gosh, come on. So that's step number one. Step number two is this. You're going to thank me for it. Bam. Get yourself a bread machine. It is so easy. I got this kitchen in the box, and I don't know how much it is, but it is not like that expensive. And you can even like wait if you're like, okay, I'm like really tight. Wait for the Christmas sales or the Memorial Day sales. I don't know, but this is how you're going to do it. Literally, you 60-second milled under 60 seconds. You milled it in there. You dump, 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 and you press a button. You do this right before you go to bed at night, you're going to have fresh milled homemade bread for your family first thing in the morning. And if you were like this, yeah, but I want it for supper, right before you leave to work, dump, 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 press the button, and you're going to have fresh milled bread, homemade bread for your family in time for supper. Like legit. Look at this. It comes with the container in here. By the way, I am like, get whatever bread machine you want. Like, I am not like, an owner of or a part of the company for this bread machine. Get whatever one you want. This is just the one that I use and it works really good. But whatever bread machine you get, it'll come with like a little container, and then you should have a guide that comes with it. And look, I circled mine. It says fluffy high bread. Okay, because I didn't know all the terms. So fluffy high bread, and like literally, it tells you exactly what to put in here, and you do it in the exact order. Water, bam. Whole egg, bam. Butter, bam. Salt, bam. Sugar, bam. Bread flour, bam. Dry yeast, bam. You don't mix it. You dump it in there. You put it in here. You press the button. It kneads itself. It does all that. I will say for the ingredients, I would suggest you not put any salt in there. This is my favorite salt. It's actually real salt, so it's unrefined. So it has minerals in there, which are good for you. So I don't feel guilty about using the salt, and I'll leave the link below for that. And then the other thing that I did want to mention was, sugar. Again, do what you want. But if you want to make it more natural, just like if you're going for all the real ingredients, I use honey. You could also use maple sugar. You could also use coconut sugar. You could use honey granules. You could use sucanat. So those are all the things that I replaced mine in. And y'all, The loaf is tall. I'll never forget when I made my first, and y'all, this gives you the confidence because with the fresh milled and the homemade bread, it is, I'm not gonna lie, I was so intimidated and I was so overwhelmed, but I was desperate. I was like, I have got to do something to like help my family out, to, just help our health out and to eat good. And we all know like everything's like, big farm, big commercial, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, what can I do that's the simplest way to get this to my family? And it was so great. Like the first time I did it, and I was skeptical because I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like, whatever. Oh my gosh, y'all, it came out like with a big, tall, fluffy loaf. So again, get whatever bread machine you want. This is not a sales pitch for a bread machine. I'm trying to just tell you the easiest way if you are new and you've got a bunch of kids, or you're single and you've got like tons of things to do, or if you're a grandparent and you're helping out with your kids, or whatever the reason, or if you're just like, I just want the easiest way. This is it. This is what I did. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about anything with fresh milling. I want to help you. I tell everybody about it, like, in like at school, at church, my neighborhood. And because I really believe like this is just such an easy way to like make the food taste good and also to get like those nutrients that you need. Like, y'all, my son has not been to the doctor in over 3 years. The one thing we changed was fresh milled flour. One thing. Like, that's how powerful it is. Anyways, again, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I answer all my comments below, and I would love to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye.